Question 1. A media company processes millions of user-generated videos daily. Uploads trigger an automatic transcoding job. The solution should be cost-efficient and scale automatically. Jobs should execute in parallel without idle compute costs. Which AWS service is best? Options: A EC2 auto-scaling group with spot instances. B AWS Lambda with S3 event triggers. C AWS Batch with Fargate spot compute environment. D Amazon EMR with Hadoop and EC2 instances. Correct answer: C AWS Batch with Fargate spot compute environment. Explanation: AWS Batch automatically schedules jobs and scales compute resources. Fargate spot instances lower costs by using spare capacity. It supports parallel video processing. Why not other options? Option A: auto-scaling takes longer to scale compared to batch. Option B: Lambda is not ideal for heavy video processing workloads. Option D: EMR is overkill for this task and increases complexity. Question 2. A multinational company has multiple AWS accounts with isolated VPCs. VPCs must communicate securely across accounts. The solution should scale with additional VPCs. Operational complexity should be minimal. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A VPC peering with each VPC manually connected. B AWS Transit Gateway. C AWS site-to-site VPN connections between all VPCs. D using S3 as a data transfer intermediary. Correct answer: B AWS Transit Gateway. Explanation: Transit Gateway allows centralized routing across multiple VPCs. It scales better than VPC peering. Less operational complexity than managing VPN connections. Why not other options? Option A: VPC peering becomes unmanageable with many VPCs. Option C: VPN is slower and not needed within AWS. Option D: S3 is not a network connectivity solution. Question 3. A retail company is migrating some applications to AWS while keeping others on premises. Web traffic should be routed between AWS and on-prem servers. Traffic should be distributed based on application layer logic. Some requests should be sent to AWS, others to the on-prem data center. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A application load balancer with weighted target groups. B network load balancer with IP targets. C direct connect with EC2-based proxy servers. D Route 53 failover records pointing to AWS and on-prem. Correct answer: A application load balancer with weighted target groups. Explanation: ALB routes traffic at layer 7 based on application logic. Weighted target groups allow distributing traffic between AWS and on-prem servers. It supports path-based and header-based routing. Why not other options? Option B: NLB is good for TCP/UDP but lacks application layer routing. Option C: Direct Connect doesn't handle load balancing. Option D: Route 53 does DNS-based failover, not real-time traffic balancing. Question 4. A data analytics company is training AI models on massive datasets stored in Amazon S3. Model training requires high-throughput access to data. Data must be shared across multiple EC2 instances. The solution should minimize storage costs. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A Amazon FSx for Lustre linked to S3. B Amazon EBS with provisioned IOPS SSD, IO2, volumes. C Amazon EFS with Max IO mode. D Amazon S3 standard storage class with S3 select. Correct answer: A Amazon FSx for Lustre linked to S3. Explanation: FSx for Lustre provides high-speed access to large datasets stored in S3. It supports AI or ML workloads that need parallel file system access. Data is automatically synced between FSx and S3. Why not other options? Option B: EBS IO2 is expensive and doesn't support shared access. Option C, EFS Max I/O is slower and more expensive than FSX for Lustre. Option D, S3 Select optimizes queries but doesn't accelerate ML training. Question 5. A bank needs a disaster recovery strategy for its core banking application hosted in AWS. Downtime should not exceed 5 minutes. Data must be continuously replicated. Failover should be automated. Which AWS disaster recovery strategy is most suitable? Options: A. Backup and restore using AWS Backup. B. Pilot Lite with Amazon Aurora Global Database. C. Warm Standby with Elastic Load Balancer and Multi-Region RDSD Active setup using Route 53 latency-based routing and DynamoDB global tables. Correct answer: D. Active setup using Route 53 latency-based routing and DynamoDB global tables. Explanation: Active ensures full redundancy with real-time replication. Route 53 directs traffic based on latency, improving performance. DynamoDB global tables replicate data automatically across regions. Why not other options? Option A, backup and restore is too slow for a 5-minute RTO. Option B, Pilot Lite is better for cold standby, not instant failover. Option C, warm standby still has some downtime before full failover. Question 6. A social media company sees massive spikes in traffic during live events. The backend must scale instantly to handle millions of users. Users experience real-time interactions, likes, comments, reactions. Cost should remain low during low traffic periods. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A. Amazon EC2 auto-scaling with load balancer. B. AWS Lambda with Amazon SQS and DynamoDB on demand. C. Amazon ElastiCache with Redis for real-time processing. D. Amazon RDS with multi-AZ failover and read replicas. Correct answer: B. AWS Lambda with Amazon SQS and DynamoDB on demand. Explanation: Lambda scales automatically with demand, reducing costs. SQS buffers spikes, preventing backend overload. DynamoDB on demand provides instant scaling without pre-provisioning. Why not other options? Option A, EC2 auto-scaling is slower than serverless scaling. Option C, ElastiCache speeds up reads but doesn't process backend requests. Option D, RDS read replicas don't handle event-driven workloads well. Question 7. A financial services company wants to securely share data across multiple AWS accounts. Data must remain encrypted at all times. Cross-account access must be fine-grained. Performance impact should be minimal. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A. S3 bucket with IAM policies allowing cross-account access. B. AWS Data Exchange for controlled data sharing. C. AWS Transfer Family, SFTP, between accounts. D. Amazon Redshift Data Sharing with cross-account access. Correct answer: D. Amazon Redshift Data Sharing with cross-account access. Explanation: Redshift data sharing allows near-instant analytics without copying data. It keeps data encrypted and supports fine-grained access controls. No need to move or duplicate large datasets. Why not other options? Option A, IAM policies work but require object-level permission management. Option B, AWS Data Exchange is for commercial data sales, not internal sharing. Option C, SFTP is slow and not ideal for large datasets. Question 8. A news website serves millions of daily visitors and needs low-latency access to frequently accessed articles. Traffic is global and unpredictable. Some pages update frequently, others rarely. Solution should minimize costs and reduce backend load. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A. Amazon CloudFront with S3 as the origin. B. Amazon ElastiCache with Redis for session caching. C. DynamoDB with DAX, DynamoDB Accelerator. D. Amazon RDS with read replicas for faster queries. Correct answer: A. Amazon CloudFront with S3 as the origin. Explanation: CloudFront caches articles globally at edge locations, reducing latency. S3 provides cost-effective, highly available storage. Automatic invalidation ensures updated content reaches users quickly. Why not other options? Option B, ElastiCache is great for dynamic data but unnecessary for static content. Option C, DAX accelerates DynamoDB but doesn't serve static website pages. Option D, RDS read replicas still require database queries, increasing latency. Question 9. A SaaS company offers an API service to multiple customers across different AWS accounts. Each customer should have isolated access. API requests should be authenticated and authorized. Cost should remain low while ensuring high availability. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A. Amazon API Gateway with IAM authentication. B. AWS Direct Connect with private API endpoints. C. Amazon EC2 with Nginx as a reverse proxy. D. AWS WAF with AWS Shield Advanced. Correct answer: A. Amazon API Gateway with IAM authentication. Explanation: API Gateway supports IAM authentication for fine-grained access control. It integrates with AWS Lambda and DynamoDB for serverless APIs. Provides automatic scaling and cost efficiency. Why not other options? Option B, Direct Connect is costly and mainly for hybrid cloud setups. Option C, EC2 with Nginx requires manual scaling and lacks IAM integration. Option D, WAF and Shield protect against attacks but don't handle authentication. Question 10. A global e-commerce company wants a multi-region VPC setup for disaster recovery. Traffic should automatically fail over if the primary region fails. VPCs in both regions must remain private. Minimal latency between regions. Which AWS solution is best? Options: A. AWS Global Accelerator with VPC peering. B. VPC peering with manually configured failover. C. AWS Transit Gateway with Route 53 failover routing. D. Direct Connect Gateway with VPN fallback. Correct answer: C. AWS Transit Gateway with Route 53 failover routing. Explanation: Transit Gateway allows scalable inter-region VPC communication. Route 53 failover routing automatically redirects traffic. Ensures minimal downtime with seamless failover. Why not other options? Option A, Global Accelerator doesn't directly support private VPC communication. Option B, VPC peering doesn't scale well for multi-region setups. Option D, Direct Connect is expensive and VPN fallback adds latency.